to be up here tonight. That is a change of pace from the past. Yeah. Okay, Ray. Pump your brakes.
Klay, you seemed like you were on the verge of maybe tears after the game. Can you just describe what emotions were going through your head, and after everything you've been through over the last 3 years?
Just such a surreal feeling. It's hard to put into words, really. This time last year, I was just starting to jog again and get up and down the court. And now to be feeling like myself, feeling explosive, feeling sure in my movements. I'm just grateful. And that kind of all those emotions just kind of rushed through me. And I thought about our training staff. I thought about Rick Celebrini. I thought about Steve. And I thought about those days me and Rick were together in Santa Cruz, and I was in a terrible mood. And we were together in the summertime, and just all those long days. And it just really, they would tell me it'd pay off. And it was hard to see that at the time. But now to actually be here, I can feel it paying off.
Klay, you've obviously won 3 championships, but considering everything you've been through to get back here and to feel this joy that you're feeling, like, how does it compare just in terms of like all-time greatest moments in basketball for you? Just like the joy of being back.
Yeah, it's up there, but it'll be much sweeter if we complete the mission come next round. But it's definitely a moment I'm going to enjoy tonight with my family and my friends. They were there during the dog days. It was like 1,000 calf raises a day, and it was painful at times, but I just saw this in sight and kept going, and just proud of not only my effort, but our whole team. Like, we really gelled this year at the right time, and we have exciting times ahead of us.
Klay,
Hey,
we already had Steve in here, Jordan in here, and Andrew in here, and all 3 of those guys said basically the same thing, that they feel such a deep appreciation and happiness for you. How does it make you feel to know that that's how they feel?
It means a lot. I mean, I gave Andrew a big hug and told him how grateful I am for him to be on our team. His job he did on Luka tonight in all series. I mean, Luka's one of the toughest guards in the NBA. And Andrew just showed his versatility this series. And I told him, like, wow, you make my job so much easier. I don't have to chase these guys around like I once did. And we have a defender like you. And then when it comes to Jordan, I mean, that's my rook. I remember him a couple years ago would go through a shooting slump. He'd be so hard on himself and remind me of my younger self. And I just kept telling him, like, it's going to pay off, young fella. You're going to play in the NBA finals one day. I told him that on the bench, like 3rd game of the season when we were getting smacked, and he was going through it as a rookie, as a 19-year-old rookie. And now for that to come to fruition, I mean, I'm so happy for those 2. And then when it comes to Steve, I mean, you saw his leadership the other night in Dallas. He it would be hard to play for another coach. Steve is a leader of us, and he's just an incredible visionary when it comes to thinking basketball. And there's a reason he's been around so much winning his whole life, is because he's just that type of person who just gravitates toward greatness. And I'm so grateful to play for a coach like Steve. He's a real players coach, and he is just an incredible person.
Klay, it was almost 18 months ago to the day that you had your Achilles surgery. When you think about just how far you've come, and now you're at this moment where you're going to a 6th NBA Finals, where do your thoughts go? Did you dream about this?
Oh yeah, I dreamt about this like every day. My thoughts definitely go to the surgery table. I'm very thankful for Dr. Ferkel and Dr. Elitrosh, the tedious rehab sessions. I got really in touch with music during those times because it would help me through a lot of those sessions. And just my appreciation for moving my body again. I thought about that, I thought about those days I couldn't run or jump, and how lucky we are to do what we do. And just to be here again, wearing this shirt, wearing this hat, it's I like you said, I dreamt of this, and it's inspiring for myself to keep going.
Klay, you got that behind the back pass from Draymond early in the 3rd quarter. What's going through your mind when that ball's coming to you, and what was your reaction after the ball went through and the crowd went crazy?
I've seen Draymond make that pass before actually, and that's routine for us. You know, he is one of the best I've ever seen at grabbing the ball off the rim and leading the break. And for me and Steph, it's usually run to the 3-point line because we get a free look. And I was thinking I better make this so it can be on the highlights later. And it was all net, so it was good to feel that crowd again.
Klay, when you, Steph, and Draymond are all healthy, you've reached 6 straight finals together. You know your NBA history. How crazy is that to really wrap your mind around right now?
It's unbelievable. We obviously had incredible help along the way. I mean, the years with KD, that was like the greatest team ever. And then now with the young Bucks we got, and they just really helped us feel more youthful again. And we're still missing some really key players. So we need to get our guys, Otto, GP, and Andre healthy, but give our front office a lot of credit too, because they've filled in the extra slots with some real pros and some great players who have not only accepted their roles, but excelled in them.
Clay, to kind of piggyback on that question, you guys had your place in history already with 5 straight finals, but how is it sort of maybe shape your legacy to get back, given what's happened the last couple of years, not just your injury, but worst record in the league? And you mentioned KD. I mean, a lot of people viewed what you guys accomplished differently when he joined, but to get back without him, how does that affect the way you'd be remembered by history, do you think?
Well, I don't think first off, I don't think it's us and KD. When Kevin was here, I mean, we were like an unstoppable force. And I think now we have to be more meticulous, obviously, with our offense and our defense, because we don't have as much leeway without him. But we're happy to be here, but it would help our legacy a lot if we completed the mission and won the whole thing. So we can be happy tonight, and we will be. I'll celebrate tonight, but tomorrow when that game 6 comes on, I'm turning the page and I'm scouting, because we want to finish this thing off the right way and do it for Dub Nation.
Clay, 2 questions for you. One, you just mentioned, Gary, Andre, and Otto, they're out. The fact that you guys haven't really still had your full healthy team, what does that mean heading into the finals, that the NBA world hasn't seen you guys really at full strength?
Strength in numbers. It's been our slogan. And it's scary, I think, for our potential, like how great we can really be. We are a deep team, and everyone knows how to play within the system and off each other. So I think if we're whole, we can win the championship.
And then secondly, you're the first player in NBA history to have multiple games with 8 threes and series clinching wins tonight and against the Grizzlies. What about, we talk about game 6, Clay, but what about just about series clinching games do you think gets you up?
I'm satisfied with game 6, Clay. I don't need another nickname. And it's nice not having to bring him out yet. We still have another very hard series to play, but I've learned in this league, you don't want to self-proclaim anything. You want to earn those nicknames. So I'll let you guys write about that.
Clay, when did you know that, on a team with you, Steph, Draymond, and even Andre, when did you know that that would be a special core that you can build on?
I would say as early as my second year in the NBA. We were so young, and we took a experienced and dynastic San Antonio team to a hard-fought series. And after that, I was like, gosh, we're going toe to toe with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. I think if we build on this, we can have a great future. And then for us to acquire Andre that next summer, we went through some growing pains still in 2014, but I could feel it. Like, we were just in our early 20s. And now I'm thinking about the history we've had. It's I just could never, if you would have told me this my rookie year in 2011, I would have never believed you. I would have just been like, I'm happy to be here. I'm in the NBA. This is great. But now to be going to my 6 finals, I'm elated, but I am still hungry.
Clay, you're a different player this time around, coming back to the finals for all that you've endured to get back here. Draymond says he's better defensively because of the mental space he is in, and he's smarter. What have you seen in Steph as he returns back to the finals this time around? And is he going to be a different Steph in any way from the previous final runs?
I don't think so. I mean, Steph's done incredible things in the finals. I'm pretty sure he leads the NBA finals in three-pointers made. He always brings his best. And I think, like you harped on, Draymond's mental. Same with Steph. He just knows where to get his shots off. He knows when to take over a game, how to lead this team. So I think we're very seasoned at this point in our careers, and we're ready for this challenge because whoever comes out of that Eastern Conference is going to push us.
Klay, in the past, when you've had a big game, you've shared with us some details about how you might have cleared your head, including a famous dip in the Pacific Ocean. I'm just wondering if you did anything special today.
I ate a great breakfast. And before, I don't want to give away all my secrets, but before I even start my day, I just get up and I go jump in my 65-degree pool to wake myself up. And I'm so lucky to even have a pool. And then I just, play with Rocco. I play maybe some Nintendo, and I just try to not watch basketball or basketball media because I try to that's how I clear my mind, is just doing other things that occupy my time that are fun. And I have to keep this, routine going for the next series.
Klay, Draymond's talked about how hard it is not only to play at this level, but also win at this level. And for you guys to make your sixth trip to the NBA finals, what does it take to, make it this far and to succeed at this level?
It takes a special group from top to bottom, all the way from our owners and Peter and Joe, who aren't afraid to go out and get guys to help us win, to Bob, to, our assistant GMs, our front office who scouts these players, our coaching staff who puts in the work to watch all the film, our training staff who is in the dungeon with us, just getting us right. And then lastly, the players. It takes a special group of talented young men to really put themselves and their agendas aside and do it as a whole and as a team. Because, I always think about this John Wooden quote. He said, "It's amazing what a team can do when nobody cares who gets the credit." And I genuinely feel that way about our team.
There were several low moments organizationally the last couple of years. How has Steph's presence kind of through that guided you guys?
Yeah, he's just an incredible leader. And the low moments make the high ones so much sweeter. That's what I've learned, So as much as you don't want those, you want to win every season. It's just hard to do. And when you do have those low moments, you got to hold your chin up high and you got to still stick to your character, because sports are tough. Injuries are part of them. And it's like, it's just different every year. That it? Catch this, Noah. Oh, heads up. Oh, man, that was a good flight right there.
Play one more for you, bro.